he would step across the line. Habitually. He's a habitual line stepper.
Boom! We back, baby!
Back at it like a crack habit. 2 days in a row. We're getting that fire.
Yep. My wife currently hates me right now. So.
Welcome. Welcome back to the Habitual Line Steppers podcast. I'm Garrett Langley Henson.
And I am Terry Ricardo DeShazo.
The
Deuce is back.
Our second part of our All-Star special today. We're going to be previewing, reviewing, and giving our picks for the Eastern Conference All-Stars. Those teams will be released today at midnight.
No. The reserves are tonight at 7 on TNT.
Well, as during the show, they will announce the reserves.
Yeah, I think
the TV in this room, so we will not react to it. But who gives a fuck with the national media picks for their own? The reason y'all came to the Habitual Line Steppers podcast is y'all care what we thought. That's what we're going to do today. Is give y'all some of that straight, raw, that real, that truth.
Let's do it.
The starters, man. We had no say on this. I would not have selected Kyrie Irving as a starter in the East. The dude missed 10 games out of 22 games or whatever, or 32 games. Missed a third of the season. But the fans don't care. So starters for the Eastern Conference. Kyrie Irving, Bradley Beal, Durant, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Joel Embiid.
Joel. Hey, well deserved for all of them, honestly. The Kyrie one, it's a little iffy.
Hey, let's start with Mr. Geology himself.
I mean, honestly, if it was up to you, would you really have Kyrie Irving on the ballot, bro?
No.
Would you have that guy?
I wouldn't. And half of it is because of petulance. Like, he didn't have an injury that prevented him from playing this year. He just was about to get traded for James Harden and was like, I think I'm just going to chill for a while. I reward on all my ballots. I reward competitiveness. I reward grit, toughness, cohesion. That's not going to cut it for me, man.
That Kyrie pouting bullshit, Capitol Hill, fucking me up so I couldn't play in 5 games type of shit. Now, who's to say? But I think it's bullshit. Me personally, that's just me. I think it's straight bullshit. Capitol Hill, I get it. But come on, man. Play fucking basketball. Shut the fuck up. Shut up and dribble. You're fucking... No, I'm just playing. Just playing.
Hey, man,
all jokes.
I want all athletes to speak your mind.
No, yeah, I'm done.
If you're going to have the platform, don't say the earth is flat. Like... Or even if you're going to, and this is the other thing, if you're going to have really important, poignant shit to say, that's like legitimate social commentary that could actually change things, don't say right before that a bunch of ridiculous shit like the earth is flat and you never went to the moon and all that. Yeah. Nobody's going to take you serious, Kyrie, who cried wolf.
He just, says too much. You know what I'm saying? We both want people to talk, to speak your mind and talk that shit and say what you mean and mean what you say. But it's just too much dumb shit.
Well, if he had too much meant what he said, he would have been like, I'm going to be chilling up in New Jersey for a while. I don't feel like playing in Brooklyn when I'm about to get traded to Houston to go play with bum-ass John Wall. I'm going to sit this one out. And then Houston, to their credit, was like, no, we don't want Kyrie Irving. Just give us the picks, man. Just give us the picks. We'll take Oladipo. Fuck it.
Yeah. The funny thing is, Kyrie just has so much baggage on him. You were just like, yo, I don't know if I want him on the team. And his numbers are crazy this year.
Oladipo's on his 3rd ACL and his 2nd Achilles, and they'd rather have his ass than Kyrie Irving.
Yep.
Who missed all his games voluntarily.
Yeah. But with that being said, and him missing, 5 games?
10.
Literally. No, I mean, he missed 5 due to the actual.
Yeah, he missed 5 in a row due to, malaise?
I don't even know.
He's out 5 games with angst, guys.
Pretty much. But, I mean, on the other hand, He's been straight balling this year, bro. This is one of his best seasons, just for this short period of time. This is one of his best like periods of time. Like he is really playing well. I don't know what he's averaging, probably close to 30 almost. He's really balling, man. And he's embracing the role of being a 2 and not a 1.
Well, yeah, that's what he told James Harden is that you're gonna have to be the point guard, man. You're a much better facilitator than I am.
Yeah.
James Harden understands like the flow of the offense too. This is why Kyrie's having his best season. All he has to do is get buckets and attack. Like when he's getting the ball, he's not even initiating the offense. He's getting off a swing action against defense that doesn't even have their foot set. Like he's not even fair. It was hard enough to guard Kyrie Irving when he was bringing a ball up the court. But when it's a swing Kevin Durant, good luck.
I know, right? It's ridiculous. You swing from Kyrie to James Harden, or you swing from James to Kyrie, and then they swing it to KD. It's ridiculous. I mean, with that being said, though, like, we all know the only reason Kyrie Irving is considered a point guard is just because he's short.
Because he's short. Yeah.
Yeah. He's not a great passer. He's not a great, like, facilitator of the ball. He's not. Like, I don't care what anybody says. He's not a great dimer. I don't give a fuck what you're talking about.
We saw his facilitating skills when he was the number 1 banana in Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
Deion Waiters is the best passer on the team.
Hey, look, straight up, only reason that Kyrie was even getting the shit was because LeBron was like, all right, I got to keep this kid happy. Let him bring the ball up and shit because I'm the best. Probably LeBron's top 5 point guard or passers in NBA history.
Easy. And how Kyrie thank him? Oh, man. It feels so good to come on the Nets where I have a teammate that can make free throws.
Oh, my God. I feel like I have a guy that can really make that, crucial shot at the end of the game. I never had a guy like that on my team. Okay. This fucking guy. Bro. All-time dummy. Oh, you're smart, but you're stupid.
Mr. Smart, stupid, all-time Dexter's Lab. I invent a new element on the periodic table, but I don't know how to finger fuck a bitch.
Jesus Christ. Hey, you can call that Kyrie is the thought king. Did you know that? You knew this.
Oh yeah. Well, he got cheated on by an old girl who dropped a R&B album.
Oh, she was the one who started this Scientology bullshit. Well, I don't know if he's a Scientologist, but you know what I mean.
You poisoned him? Thanks again, OVOO. Or is that olive I'm not sure.
This is what I'm saying. Kyrie was chilling. I think he was still in Cleveland. He might have been going to Boston. But when he started dating Kalani, it just went fucking south, bro. She broke his heart, and he just started saying whatever the fuck was on top of his head. And that shit ruined his career. It ruined his reputation. It didn't ruin his career. It definitely ruined his reputation. He started being a piece of shit after that.
I knew he was a piece of shit when he was at that USA Invitational camp. And he was like, yeah, Kobe trying to donate 50 stacks to my charity. Yeah, I'm about to come out here and embarrass him one-on-one on the court. The old dog don't want nothing with the young pup. It's like this is when he was Mr. Nobody on the Cavs.
I remember that.
I knew he was delusional then. I knew he was delusional then.
He was, but he was nasty though. He can dribble. I give him that. He could have dribbled.
You ever seen that video of what is it, Kobe? What is it, Bow Wow one-on-one?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I remember that one.
That's what Kobe played Kyrie one-on-one looks like.
Yeah. I'm mad. They never played the one-on-one. Or at least they didn't do it on camera. So we don't know.
Yeah. Kobe probably let him save some face.
Kobe was a little older. He was nasty, but I'm not a huge Kobe fan like that. So I'm not going to sit here and say, I thought he was going to embarrass Kyrie. Kyrie's got handles and shit, man.
Hey, quick Kobe sidebar, Terry. Quick Kobe sidebar. Vanessa Bryant clapping back at Meek Mill after the late song that he posted where he was like, and if I gotta do it, I'm gonna go out with my chopper, Kobe.
Oh, that's what he said?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a hard bar. That's a hard bar.
And then he clapped back at her. He's like, it's 2021. I'm not giving a fuck about no one's feelings. I'm getting what's mine.
He said that?
Yeah, to a grieving widow.
Wow.
And mother.
That's messed up. I was thinking who's gonna slide in their DMs first. Somebody already tried it. It was
Amari Stoudemire.
Yo, if we're gonna make a list, and this is kind of fucked up, but if we're gonna make a list of like which NBA player you think slid into Kobe's wife's DM, or even wife, I would put Lou Will like at the top.
Ooh. He did show up to the game with 2 girls.
But he respects Kobe a lot, but I don't know.
You know what? I would probably still go Delonte West.
Oh God.
He clearly doesn't give a fuck. He's already collected Hall of Fame mama booty.
Hey, we're not on the West. We're not on the West. We're on the East. We're on the East, man.
Hey, man, you might as well try to hop aboard and get a second ship somewhere else. Oh, man, a dude who I guarantee would love to be somewhere else is Bradley Beal. But for him, he's stuck in Washington and will be going to Atlanta for the All-Star game. He leads the league in scoring, 33 points a game. The Wiz have won 5 in a row, including beating LeBron's Lakers off a Bradley Beal game winner. That was very nice. And, his efficiency is through the roof. The only thing I keep noticing with him, I don't understand why this happens to Bradley Beal more than any superstar I've ever seen, is he loses his handle or loses the ball in midair. Like, all the time, and, like, catches it back. And then came against the Lakers like 4 times where he was, like, switched onto a big and then, like, went close between your legs twice and then, like, lost on the other end. They got it back around a big and made some shit.
He does do that a lot.
But I always am like,
yeah. He does do that a lot. Maybe he has small hands, bro. Maybe he's got some small hands, bro. No.
Welcome to the club, Brad. It's you, Donald Trump.
Hey, true that. Hey, yo, hold on. Is this not his second All-Star selection? Or is this his first? Before this, I'm not even sure he made the All-Star team, bro. Can we get a fact check on this? I think this is his first.
I don't know, man.
I can't fact check. I'm doing this shit on my phone, so I can't even leave the screen. I can't even leave. You called him a superstar, probably just because he scores a lot of points. 40 and slip maybe for you. To me, honestly, he's a star, but he's like one of those dudes that he can score like 55 points in a game and his team still can lose by like 20.
Yeah.
It's just literally just based on how bad of the teams he's played with, man.
That's what happened.
We need to get him.
Like the Hawks.
He needs to get out of DC so bad. Like,
all right. Well, I feel silly. 3-time NBA All-Star Bradley Beal.
Okay. I mean,
19 missed it last year, and he's back in 21.
Oh, he missed it last year. He must have been hurt a lot or something. I don't know. That's weird.
No, last year was they snubbed him because his team sucked.
His team sucks now as a starter.
Yeah, but after last year, I think they realized how ridiculous it was that he wasn't a game averaging, and Trae Young was starting on a just as shitty team.
Yeah, they put Trae Young as a starter.
It's because last year the fans picked the starters and then the coaches picked the reserves. And so Trae Young, if he wasn't getting picked as a starter, he wasn't going to get picked by the coaches either. But
probably not. Yeah.
Yeah, after seeing that last year, I think people kind of like swung the other way a little bit. And they changed the system. I
think this system is probably one of their best ones. Whichever one where the fans have the least
whatever one
input.
Put Yao Ming in. Design a system that won't allow Chinese people in the All-Star game.
Yeah. As soon as a Chinese person's on the ballot, you know what they're going to show for.
It's like an app. It should have to have the retina scanner in the app. And if you don't have retinas that open big enough to get scanned by a modern phone, then you can't be in the All-Star game.
This is, it's got to be something. Like, Chinese people were voting for Yao Ming, like black people voted for Obama in the presidency in 2008, son. They were like, who's that? Black? I'm going to the polls, and I'm voting right now. Get that motherfucker in office. It could have been anybody, bro.
Chinese people haven't supported anything like Yao Ming since those pointy straw hats.
Oh. Hey, what's that Mortal Kombat character?
Raiden.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can meditate on this.
Oh, shit. Hey, look, Bradley. Well deserved though. Well deserved. He is really good. But I don't know. And maybe in a normal season, I don't know if he'd be a starter though. You know?
Listen, man, he absolutely deserves it. He's scoring 33 points a game, playing with Russell Westbrook as his backcourt mate.
Russell Westbrook is horrible, bro. He's so bad. Like, so bad. He's so bad. It's fucking ridiculous how bad he is, man.
Who would you rather have right now, John Wall or Russell Westbrook?
Bro, I like John Wall. I didn't even like this Russell Westbrook John Wall trade. I was like, why are they doing John Wall dirty? And that's all the stories that you saw. They were like, oh, they did John Wall dirty. But nobody from Houston was like, we did Russell Westbrook dirty. They're like, thank God Russell Westbrook is out of here. Like, he had 2 good months in Houston, and everybody in Houston was like, I still don't like him. I still don't like him.
We saw what happened in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I don't like point guards that can't shoot, man. It's
yeah. Dude, he keeps shooting. I'm done talking about non-all-stars, but he keeps shooting.
He's not an all-star. Let's go back to the real 1A from that Oklahoma City team, which is Kevin Durant. His former actually is an all-star starter in the East.
And the captain.
Guess we figured out whose team it actually was.
Yeah. I mean, it took some people a while, but it's only because Katie went to the Warriors. We already know how I feel about it.
Hey, man, the dude is a walking bucket, Terry. He's second in the league in scoring. He's putting up 29 points a game. I don't really know what else to say about this dude. I thought, like, he'd still be all-star quality, not like second best player in the Eastern Conference.
He's a beast, man. If we're being honest, I think he's the best player in the NBA, bro. Like, not this year, he's playing at like 85, 90%. But if he turns it up, he's unstoppable, man. You cannot stop him, bro.
Let's see what playoff KD looks like. Let's hope this wear and tear doesn't keep.
I know, yeah. I really hope he stays healthy because he really challenges LeBron and he makes me. I think LeBron is like the best player. He's close to Jordan. Like he's almost there for me. But KD, if he's healthy, bro, he's better than LeBron, man. He was better than him a couple years ago too before he got hurt. A lot of people don't want to admit that shit.
I don't know if you could say that. In fact, I won't say that. I think LeBron is still better than KD.
Right now, I mean,
I won't have this whole conversation with you because this is a whole separate podcast.
Yeah.
Do on that. But I will say this. There isn't a whole lot to say with these guys, the last 3 guys starting on the East. Right?
Mm-hmm.
All of them are terrific players, and none of them really, their selection should be debated at all. So I'm going to go right to Embiid or right to Giannis after KD. Putting up the same stats as last year, except doing it a different way. The Bucks, instead of playing 5 out, finally have somebody in the dunker spot, so I don't have to watch Brook Lopez miss 8 threes a game.
He's still doing that though. He's still doing it.
And now I only have to watch him miss 6 a game.
I'm glad you added a slight, altercation to his game, but he still looks the same. It's not his fault that this team
is bad. His game has changed. It's just the offense. He's still
it's a little different.
The same stuff.
But you already know the Bucks always find a way to give up really important players for them. They do it every fucking season. And I don't understand why Giannis signed the Supermax, bro. They gave away Malcolm Brogdon, and you got Drew Holiday. I didn't like the Drew Holiday shit. You gave up too much for him. Did they lose who's the other dude they lost on? I'm really forgetting. Didn't they lose somebody else?
DJ Wilson. My guy.
Yeah. No, they kept DiVincenzo, but like they just didn't get better, bro. They just kind of stayed the same. And the proof is in the pudding. They're 3rd place in the East this year.
They're looking good, man. But it's weird. Even though their record is worse, they look better to me. They're like they're shooting better as a team. It looks like something that'll actually like have a chance. It'll work better in the playoffs. I'll say that. I still have no confidence in the Giannis pick and roll. Like that's the idea that we're gonna do. Like he's Ben Simmons or some shit. But even if you see with Philadelphia, they've had more and more success the more they've taken the ball out of Ben Simmons and stopped trying to be a point guard. So
now what you just said about Philly is true. But what you just said about Milwaukee, I totally disagree with you. I 1,000% disagree with you, bro.
Yep.
Their offense, it doesn't matter what they do. It doesn't matter what they do. Like, the way Giannis's game is played, they don't have the right players around him to help him out. They really don't. Drew Holiday is not a shooter like that. You got Chris Middleton, and then Brook Lopez isn't a shooter. You don't have any other.
DiVincenzo has been shooting it pretty great this year.
This year, but I mean, it's the playoffs.
Shooter.
The playoffs is different though. And then are they good? They play so slow that it's really easy to like watch every fourth quarter when it's a close game. Every time it slows down, it's just so stagnant. They forget how to play like they were playing throughout the rest of the game.
Well, that's the problem when Giannis is bringing the ball up the court and fucking crunching.
They got to stop doing that shit.
But you know what? I don't coach the Bucks, so I'm not going to continue talking about coaching adjustments that they should have made 2 seasons ago.
Yeah. If with all fairness to KD, but if the Bucks were like number 1 seed again, probably Giannis would be captain again.
Yeah, I don't even think they're doing captains this year, are they?
No, they are. Yeah, it's LeBron and KD. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's go down to the last starter. Trust the process, my man, Joel Embiid. Playing the MVP this year.
Mm-hmm.
Your boy is dropping 30 and 11. His PER is 32.
Don't say my boy. That's your boy. Embiid is your boy.
I love Embiid. I've always.
Yeah. He's a monster, man.
And the key thing about Joel Embiid, I can tell you all the stats, right? I can tell you about how he's shooting 40% from 3. I can tell you about how he's increased his shooting percentage 17 points from mid-range over last year, astronomical league. I can tell you how he's averaging more face-up post touches than any player in the league. But the most crucial thing that he did that made a difference is he got his ass in shape.
Mm-hmm. He got his ass in shape. And what happens when you get in shape? What happens when you get in shape?
You don't get tired and miss shots because your legs go and then your form goes and you start getting lazy.
And also, the more you're in shape, the less you get hurt. When you get fatigued, you get hurt because you're trying hard and your body is tired. That shit doesn't want to work. This is the best thing he's ever done. And honestly, to me, LeBron missed 2 crucial free throws versus the third worst team in the East, in the Wizards, or 4th.
Yep.
He choked that game completely. I don't care if AD's out. You can't lose to the fucking Wizards. Embiid is the number 1 MVP candidate for me this year, and he should be the captain for the East team, honestly.
I totally agree with you. He's the best defensive player in the league and one of the 5 best offensive players. He's an absolute force. His shooting, I really think it's his conditioning that he's just you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
All the same shots that he took before, like I feel like he was like, I know I can make these. You know what I mean? When you're jumping off 1 foot or like things are just a little off because of fatigue, you're going to start missing more and more shots.
Yeah.
And
it's huge.
He's jumping straight up and down. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And
he's a beast.
He's delivering blows and getting to the free throw line and be waiting for the ball like this.
Mm-hmm.
He's not sitting there with his hands on his knees for like 10 seconds trying to recuperate before he shoots a free throw.
He's definitely.
And Chuck and everybody who fucking shamed his ass last year after, what was it, the Celtics game?
I don't know what game it was. Something like that.
Celtics game on TNT when he came up smaller than a bag of Delta peanuts playing against Thurman man Daniel Tice.
I've been shaving his ass since that 0-point game.
Mm-hmm.
That damn 0-point game, hey, you score 0 points and you're an all-star, you can't be considered a star. You can't be considered a superstar. I'm done with you for 2 straight years. I can't fuck with you. It's ridiculous. Bro, you can't be a great. He's reeling me in. But you can't be a great and get 0 points. You can't get 0 points in the game. What do we say about consistency? LeBron hasn't scored less than double digits in 800, 900, whatever 1,000 straight games. Jordan ain't never scored no 0 in the game. You can't score 0 in a game. You can't shoot the ball less than 12 times in a game if you're the best player on the team. Who else is gonna score if you don't score? They probably lost by 50 when you score 0. But this year, He's way more aggressive. And I got a big shout out to Glenn Rivers. Won't call him Doc still.
Nah.
Shout out to Glenn. Shout out to the head coach change, bro. Because Malone, was that his name? What was that dude's name? Brett Brown.
Brett Brown.
Idiot. Thank God he's gone.
Wait a
They
minute.
needed a new coach.
Wait a minute. Before you disparage Brett Brown some more, let's talk about the real culprit, Elton Brand, who acted like he had $1,000 in cash in his pocket, and it was all soaked in gasoline on fire. And he's just like, assets, draft picks. Here, we'll give all this shit to get Jimmy Butler and Tobias Harris and make all these trades that take us nowhere, when the most successful team was Simmons and Bede, JJ Redick, fucking Ilyasova, and whatever the white guy's name who always plays for the Spurs. I forget his name. The Italian.
Bellinelli.
Yeah, and Marco Bellinelli. And that's when they have like the greatest offense is 3 white guys who can't do anything but shoot, and these 2 do. And so
that was a good team.
Make the roster and bring in Al Horford.
Yeah, that was a good team. I mean, but to be honest with you, when Kawhi was in Toronto and they lost by 1 buzzer beater to Kawhi Leonard, I can't say that acquiring Jimmy Butler was a bad idea. Like you just got outbested by Kawhi. It is what it is. He was on another level that year.
Listen, man, it was a bad idea. It absolutely was a bad idea.
The coach is bad.
No, they gave away a bunch of assets to rent Jimmy Butler for 3 months. It was a bad idea.
It ain't Jimmy's fault, bro. The coach didn't know how to coach those guys.
It's not Jimmy's fault. It's Elton Brand's fault. Elton Brand fucked this entire Sixers thing up. Him and what's his face? The old son. The dude who's Colangelo. Fucking Brian Colangelo.
Yeah.
Fucked this thing up too.
Yeah, Michelangelo. He destroyed it. He fucked it up. I blame Brett Brown though, son. I mean, look at this. We were trashing. I'm gonna call him Doc so people know what I'm talking about. We were trashing Doc Rivers for choking a big one for years with the Clippers. He's a good coach still. Mm-hmm. Brett Brown was a horrible coach, and you can see now the Philly was never close to being the #1 seed in the East ever. Mm-hmm. Doc Rivers has them head and shoulders above all of the teams in the East. When they play bad teams, it's not even a close game. They're showing effort in all the games, home and away, bro. There's no mental lapses this year. Like, this team is balling. Ben Simmons is on a different level. Defensively, he's knocking down everyone.
You're absolutely right, bro. You're absolutely right.
All they needed was a coach change.
It's going to make it even more epic when they blow a 3-1 lead this offseason. For this playoffs. All right, man.
So funny.
Starters, Terry. All right, go ahead and rattle me off your 7 for the reserves.
You want me to hit the 7?
Hit the 7.
All right. Here we go. Was it 3 front court, 2 back court, 2 wild cards, right? All right.
No. 3 back court, 2 front court, 2 wild cards.
Oh, okay. 3 back court. My bad. All right. Number 1 for me, James Harden.
Ding.
That's the easy one.
Let's do it.
No debating that one. Number 2, Jason Tatum.
Ding.
That's the easy one. No debating that one. Number 3.
I debated the fuck out of that one, but continue.
Really?
I sure
Number
did.
3, Jaylen Brown.
Ding.
No debating that one. That's an easy one.
I debated
Number 4.
That one.
Number 4 for me.
For you.
Ben Simmons.
Ding.
Yeah. Ben Simmons is in there. Let me take a look at my list. I might hurt some feelings with this one, but number 5 is gonna be Chris Middleton.
Ding! We got a manita. Are we gonna go streaking?
I hate Middleton, but he's in. I really hate Middleton, but he's in. Now, you're not. I feel like I'm gonna fuck you up with this one. These next 2, there's no way we're gonna have the same next 2.
No?
No way. My number 6, my boy from Kentucky, playing power forward for the Knicks, Julius Randle, baby. Let's go.
Yeah.
The Knicks got an all-star. Suck my dick. All right. And the last one,
Oh my God, my balls are tingling.
I'm so sorry. Condolences to your boy.
No, you're not gonna do it.
Condolences to your boy, but Trae Young.
Zach Lavine.
Trae Young.
Hey! 7 for 7. Fucking
No, you got nobody
ding,
else.
ding, 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 ding.
Nobody else different for you, bro?
Nobody else is different for me, Terry. We picked the exact
Damn, son.
I could not believe that. After only being one pick away on the Western Conference,
Yeah.
I was wondering if it was going to play out like this. This is how you guys know you're listening to two smart guys who know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Not groupthink. We reward winning. And we will
Definitely.
defend each one of these options now here. All right? Let's start with the most controversial. All right?
And that's going to be, yeah.
Got to be Trae Young, right?
This definitely is.
Tell me why you picked Trae.
Here's the thing with Trae, man. The Hawks, they're actually being talked about it being in the playoffs, man. And you got to reward winning, like we say every single year, man. Now, we always know he can't play a lick of defense. He's scared of the word defense. A lot of words to start with D. He doesn't like fences. He doesn't fuck with anything that guards something. He is not messing with that. But offensively, he's a monster, bro. He's a monster. You can't stop him. The kid's unstoppable. There's nothing else I can say. What's he getting this year? Same numbers?
Yep, pretty much. 27 and 9.5. He's on a team.
He's a beast.
Bogdanovich has missed the entire season. Chris Dunn has missed the entire season. Rondo has played in 3 games.
Rondo's being Rondo.
Gallinari has played 5 games on 1 ankle.
Yep.
All these big dudes who we brought – DeAndre Hunter has been hurt for 10 games.
Mm-hmm.
All these guys that we brought in, they're like, these are the free agent acquisitions. They're going to push us over the top. And it let us have an elite offense with depth.
Yeah.
But the team really has been the exact same team as the Hawks team from last year as far as the guys contributed. Trae Young, Kevin Huerter, Cam Reddish, John Collin, and now we added Clint Capella in there instead of Alex Len. Thank you. Jesus.
Yeah.
But so my point is, it really like the whole thing was last year with Trae Young, we had an elite offense, and without him, abomination. Couldn't do anything. We're like, we get Rondo, Gallinari, other, competent guys in here. When Trae Young's off the floor, we're not going to be hemorrhaging points. But guess what? They suck even worse this year than they did last year when Trae Young's off the floor.
Yeah.
When Trae Young is on the court, the Hawks have an offensive rating of 124. The Brooklyn Nets currently, their offensive rating is 128, which is the highest in NBA history by 11 points.
Golly. That's higher than the Mavs last year? By
11 points higher than the Mavs. So Trae Young, while he's on the court for the Hawks, they have the second best offense of all time.
That's crazy.
When he sits, they have one of the worst. It's literally that bad. So they're 10.9 points better with Young on the floor per game.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Per game, 11 points a game from one dude? That's nuts. Yeah. I'm not going to penalize you for Hawks being 9th in the West or 9th in the East or whatever, something like that. Everyone's within 1 or 2 games of each other at this point, and he's been surrounded by nothing.
Let me see. Before we started, I told you to rattle me off the East.
Mm-hmm.
And for some reason, I don't see the Hawks on this list.
Oh, you don't?
Philly, Nets, Bucks, Pacers, Raptors, Celtics, Knicks, Bulls.
Look right above
Hornets.
the Magic in 3rd to last place.
Oh, okay. I got to give it a Trae, though, man. Like you said, you sign all these guys that you think are going to play and improve the team, and literally none of them are playing at all. Besides Clint Capella, and you had him last year for a little bit.
No, we didn't have him at all.
You didn't have him yet?
Nah.
You just got him this year? Okay. Never mind. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. He's carrying the team. He's doing it. He does it every year, but like this year it's even bigger than like before,
His effective field goal percentage is still like top 10 in the league. His usage rate is through the roof. He's leading the league in fouls drawn. I gotta give it to him.
Yeah.
And,
He started up slow,
and this
but
is
he's
the
picking it
thing.
up.
Splitting hairs. Neither one of us had Zach Lavine in our team, which to all NBA players must be blasphemy, since they think he's the second best player in the league according to the player vote that came out. Did you see that shit?
I mean, the Bulls are an 8.
But this is the difference between Trae and Zach for me, which is why I had to pick Trae, is that Trae makes the team better. Zach hits all the crazy shots. He's having a wonderful efficiency. But for all that, when I look at All-Star, this is in the wise words of Charles Barkley. He said, if you need to be an All-Star, you need to do 2 things at an elite level. If you want to be a superstar, you need to do 3.
Yeah.
Zach Lavine can only do 1 thing, score the basketball. Trae Young can score at an elite level and facilitate an elite level. He's off the bounce, half-court, left-handed alley-oop to John Collins in our last game.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. In a pick and roll.
Off the bounce, bro.
Off the bounce, left-handed. Like the scoop.
That's crazy. Yeah. He's a really good passer.
Half court.
He's an amazing passer, bro. He's an amazing passer.
So if we're going to split hairs, that's where I'll split them. And I'll take Trae Young and his facilitating above Zach Lavine and his amazing scoring.
Just scoring. The thing for me is the Bulls. It's not just the Bulls. Every single team that Zach Lavine has been on is straight garbage. You know what I'm saying? And Trae Young was a starter. Yeah, true that. Trae Young was a starter last year. Now, the voting system changed like we talked about earlier. But I can't justify him getting the same exact numbers with a team that was supposed to be better, but none of the dudes they got are bad. He's getting the same numbers he was a starter last year. I can't leave him off the team. He's literally getting the same shit. Better assists, though. Same points, maybe a little less, but better assists. Like, I can't get
better assists. Here's the key stat for Trae Young, right? Last year, to get 10 wins, it took the Hawks 41 games. This year, to get to 10 wins, that's 22.
Now, that's a stat for your ass. That's an amazing stat.
Let's move on to the next controversial member, a guy who I was hoping that you'd pick. I had a little warm, tingling sensation in my belly, like I just ate a big bowl of pho, but I didn't know if it was actually going to come to fruition. Julius Randle, your New York Knicks. Take it away, Terry.
Hey, man. What can I say? Julius Randle, not only has he not been doing stupid shit all year. Thank you, Julius, for that. You always do dumb shit every single year. He's not dribbling it up the court like a dumbass. He's getting to his spots. He's not complaining. The team is actually not in the bottom 3 for the first time. Half in a quarter through the season. This is the first time the Knicks haven't been in the bottom 3 in 7 years. 7 fucking years, bro. And it's all because of him. He's getting 20 and 10, playing decent defense, and we don't think of him as a defender. Shout out to Tibbs for that, honestly. And the Knicks it's just winning, bro. The Knicks are in a playoff position. He's better than Sabonis one-on-one. He took it to him when they had the individual matchup. I look at the individual matchups between him, Vucevic, Sabonis.
That's a good way to do it.
Yeah.
Man.
I looked at the shit between Vucevic and Sabonis, and he dominated their ass. Now, they didn't beat the Pacers, but he still got 27 and 13 against Sabonis in the game. So it is what it is. He's a beast. I got to give it to him.
This is the most unexpected out of all the All-Stars for me. I never imagined that I would be selecting Julius Randle to be an All-Star. In fact, until an hour before the show, Nate, 15 minutes, I had Bam Adebayo in that position. And I ultimately erased it at the last minute and replaced it.
Yeah, I couldn't justify that shit.
The reasons that I picked Randle are simple. He's shooting 41% from 3 this year. He's shooting 80% from the free throw line. He's putting up 23, 11, and 6.
Yep.
Leading the league in minutes. People are not even mentioning that.
Shout out Tibbs.
For all the per 36 shit that I say, I'm not going to penalize somebody for putting up stats. They were like, oh, he scored all these points, but he's playing all these minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was out there impacting winning. I'm not going to penalize you for playing more. So if you're out there more, you're making more of an impact. He's playing physical defense. Last year, the Knicks were 22nd in points per possession allowed. This year, they're third.
Yeah.
He's the best defender on the entire team, including Mitchell Robinson.
Mitchell Robinson is not even good at defense anymore. He's just a fucking shot blocker.
He's just fucking what is that dude from Milwaukee? Larry Sanders.
Oh, he's a freelance writer. He's just a freelance writer. He's just floating around. Somebody comes to the lane and he's like, "Ooh, I can block that shot." Jump out the window. He reminds me of
Whitesides that had a show together. You remember the like T.O. and Ocho Cinco show?
Mitchell Robinson should have been on Lost.
Wait a minute. This is the premise. I got it. It's Hasheed the Beat and Mitchell Robinson. All right. There's like Flavor of Love Style. There's 25 hoes that have gone out to this resort. Right.
Uh-huh.
Ultimately, they each have one that they decide from the beginning that they're going to try to get with. And if they get with this bitch, then they get like a cash prize or a player exception in the league or something. The goal of each of them is to cock block the other one with their preferred bitch.
Yo, they would be diving trying to cock block so hard, bro.
Oh my God. Talk about a great premise.
That's a great premise. I love it. Put it on TV right now.
Put it on TV. But let me tell you what Julius Randle's been putting on TV, man. Something that I did not expect. Do you know that his defensive raptor is the same as Bam Adebayo's?
This year?
This year.
That's great.
He's been just as impactful as Bam on defense. Additionally, he's 11th in the entire league in Raptor WAR, wins over replacement player. When it came down to splitting hairs time, all the counting statistics were even. I looked at record. I looked at the head-to-head matchups. I looked at the fan stuff. As much as I didn't want to give it to Julius Randle, he is a deserving all-star, and he is a selection as one of the front court players.
Yeah. No, he deserves it. He probably will make it over Sabonis because for some reason people don't give Sabonis any credit for a lot of shit. Now, I respect Sabonis a lot, but
I'll tell you why. It's because that team doesn't fit. He can't. Him and Turner is a bad fit. They don't maximize each other's skill sets.
Yeah, and that's.
They need to get rid of Turner. They should have fleeced Boston for a couple picks last year for Turner and kept Sabonis at the 5. But
yeah, because Boston needs something. They need something. Like
absolutely give 2 first-round picks for Miles Turner.
They give up a lot for somebody that can do something because Kemba ain't doing nothing for them. I mean, he was an all-star last year?
Yeah.
Was he not? He was an all-star last year, right? Yeah.
All right, let's move on to the third most controversial player. Now, this is my last selection, Terry. For you, this is number 4, but for me, this is the final person in, and that is Ben Simmons.
Ooh, talk about it. I don't know. You talk about it. Why you got him at the last, man? I get it, but
we know why we have him at the last. He can't shoot. He's averaging 13 points a game, which would have to be between him and Draymond the lowest of any All-Star. But when I think about Ben Simmons, I think of like a souped-up Draymond now and how he's being used this year. He's he's cutting to the rim. On defense, he's an absolute fucking menace. He credibly stifles 1 through 5. He in the same week he shut down Damian Lillard fucking 92 feet and Pascal Siakam.
Yeah, he's a beast.
He's first in the league in deflections and second in steals.
Him and Thibault on the court at one time.
Havoc.
It's ridiculous, man. Philly, it's not controversial to me to have him at the bottom. Philly is number 1. It's Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid, man. There's no questions about it. The East is absolute trash.
I think
can't put anybody else in.
Tobias Harris loved this year for his scoring efficiency.
No, he's playing well. He's scoring well. I mean, he always does that with Glenn Rivers.
A layman NBA fan who just reads the box score, you see Tobias is putting up 21 a game versus he's putting up 13. But if you really watch the games, if you're really a fan, you'll see the terror that Simmons strikes in defensive players. Do you see the chase down block he had a couple weeks ago when he wasn't even in the fucking frame and he blocked the shit?
He gave Damian Lillard absolute fits when they played a couple days ago. And Dame is carrying the Trailblazers. Like, he's carrying those motherfuckers. Like, he shut his ass down. Ben Simmons is 6'10". You shouldn't be able to guard Damian Lillard. He's like 6'2". How are you keeping up with this guy? And he can guard, he's on some Scottie Pippen shit this year.
Dude, I think it's beyond Scottie Pippen in terms of versatility. Scottie Pippen, better lockdown on 2 or 3, but he couldn't guard 5s. He couldn't guard 1s the same way.
He couldn't guard 90s 5s. He couldn't guard 90s 5s.
Yeah.
But,
like I said, I reward winning, not statistics. Zach Lavine, I know you're scoring 28 points a game, but your team is not winning. Ben Simmons is doing he's impacting the game and making it easier for everyone around him. And when Embiid went out and he had to be aggressive, what did he do? Have like a 40-point triple-double?
He beats it out. I don't remember what the stat line was when he was out for a minute, but he definitely carried the squad for a little bit.
Yeah, he had like a 40-point triple-double in the first game when Embiid was out. He was going hard. So
if you put Ben Simmons, you give him the right opportunity, he can become what he is right now. I mean, the points, you might not love it, but he's filling up the stat sheet, man. And honestly, if you're not going to be – But honestly, bro, if you're not going to give me 20, if you're a player and you're not going to give me 20, this goes to everybody. You give me 7, 2 blocks, 2 steals, couple deflections, take care of the ball. I like that way better than some fucking 24 points, no assists. Like, I love that way better. You affect the game way more.
Kirilenko any day.
AK-47.
Yeah, baby. All right. Why don't you talk to me about your boy who you said had no controversy, easy selection, Jason.
Oh, come on, man.
Easy selection?
How can you? There's no debate. How is there a debate about putting Jason Tatum on the All-Star team in the Eastern Conference? Who else are you going to put in the game?
I was going to put Sabonis above him.
Bro, fuck Indiana.
Splitting hairs. Because Indiana is above Boston.
They are.
Boston 2 All-Stars and Indiana none. That didn't sit right. But ultimately,
it doesn't sit right, but that's right.
Ultimately, being honest with myself, I'd rather have Jason Tatum than Sabonis.
Straight up, bro. There's no argument, bro. There's no argument for him being off. Like, he's gonna make it. You can't have him off. If you have him off, we have to take your basketball card. I love you, but if you did it, we'd have to, bro. What are we gonna say?
I'll tell you why I almost left him off, man. The assist to turnover ratio and the poor shot selection. I cannot stand this mid-2000s Kobe Bryant shot selection that he's trying to parlay over into the modern NBA. Stop taking so many turnaround fadeaways, dude.
He's a tough shot taker, but you know what they say. He's a tough shot
and a bad shot maker. But I don't.
Yeah, it is. But he's got different facets of his game. Not every shot is tough. Some of them are tough, but some of it doesn't have to do with just him shooting tough shots. The players that are around Boston this year are horrible, bro. Kemba's playing like trash. You play Tristan Thompson 30 minutes a game, he can't score. Time Lord can't score. Pritchard isn't really that good. Fucking Marcus Smart's not playing all the time, so he has to shoot because Marcus is going to shoot 25 shots a game.
Remember when Jeff Teague is going to come in and be a 6-man of the year candidate?
Absolute trash.
All-star.
Son, Boston needs anybody right now. They're falling quickly down to the bottom.
How they could have used a guy like Gordon Hayward.
That's not on them. He wanted to leave. That's not on them.
Yeah, man.
And he's playing great. And the funny thing is, he could be an all-star, but I don't know. We should talk about that.
I'm thinking about Tatum, man. The reason I put him in ultimately is because of his defense.
Okay. I'll give you that.
His versatility, like Simmons,
Mm-hmm.
he guards 2 through 4 at a high level. He can switch any of those 3 positions. He's a smart defender. And my qualms with Jason Tatum are more cosmetic and like aesthetic than they are actual like winning. I don't like how his game looks.
True or false? True or false? Is your favorite player Kobe Bryant?
Of all time?
Yeah. Is that your favorite player? Who's your favorite player?
Hakeem Olajuwon.
Oh, shit. Well, never mind. I was about to say, I was like, if you can appreciate Kobe Bryant's game, you got to appreciate Jason Tatum's stupid-ass shot-taking game. Like, come on. Look, aesthetically, does he play like an idiot?
Kobe was my favorite growing up. He was everyone's favorite.
Okay. I was about to say. That's why I'm looking at you like, what, Hakeem?
Hey, but I'm a grown-ass man now, son.
No, son.
Talking to a grown-ass man now, son.
How many games?
On the Dream's name.
How many games do you remember Hakeem playing?
Turn into a nightmare, homie.
How many games do you remember Hakeem playing?
David Robinson.
How many games do you remember seeing Hakeem playing? None. All right.
Zero.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Jason, he just shoots bad shots. It is what it is.
This is the other thing in the shooting bad shots umbrella category that about him really pisses me off.
Mm-hmm.
Not every end of clock shot or like game winner needs to be a step back 3.
Oh, big facts. Big facts.
I'm just like everyone just taking a step back 3 every time for the game deciding shot. Nobody goes to the fucking hoop anymore. Or even do what Bradley Beal did. Go to the hoop and then stop and shoot a fucking floater in the paint. Get contact, something. I'm going for the Instagram House of Highlights play to win the game. I don't like it. I don't support it. The step back 3 is probably the worst game winning shot you could take.
But you know what's crazy? Nah. If you know what's crazy though, he does do that a lot. But if you watch the New Orleans game, he did the exact thing you just talked about. He took it to the basket, and he hit a floater right in Josh Hart's face. It was a great shot, but he needs to do it more.
Yeah.
He needs to do it more.
And that's what he was great at his rookie season. He was going hard to the rack.
Hey, look, let me tell you something right now. Boston is in trouble. When you lose to New Orleans, like New Orleans is struggling. They're playing a little better because they realize that they have to give the ball to Zion.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know what they were thinking before. But when you lose it,
figure it out. Now they gave him the reins.
Maybe, but Boston needs somebody. They're struggling, and we don't need to. Do we need to talk about Jaylen Brown?
Yes, we'll talk about him shortly. Just because I wanted to talk about him because the comparison you just made to Boston to the Pelicans. When I think about Boston, I think of them as Clippers least. You have 2 all-world wings and fucking nothing else on your roster.
That's big facts, but those 2 guys are significantly better, I would say.
They are. That's why I say the least. But it's the same blueprint for the team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I got you.
No bigs, no point guard. And
Mm-hmm.
ultimately, I think it'll take the Celtics exactly where the Clippers are going, which is nowhere. But
I'm disappointed in LA, man. I'm disappointed in them. But hey, they don't.
Can't celebrate his partner in the well, actually, technically, Jaylen Brown was listed as a backcourt player.
Yeah.
For the purposes of this survey, which made it much easier for him to put in the game because for me, the front court was the real stiff competition.
Yeah. So the thing is, for me and Jaylen Brown, they put, I don't know what affiliation they put Gordon Hayward in. They might have put him
Forward.
they probably put him as a front court guy.
Mm-hmm.
When I was thinking about it, between those two guys, Gordon Hayward started off super hot. Like if he continued it, it would have been no question. Definitely probably would have went over Brown and a couple other people that I was looking at. But he just didn't continue it. Gordon Hayward didn't continue being a 30-point, and we all knew this was gonna, happen. But he didn't score 30 a night again. He stopped scoring 27. He stopped scoring 25. He went back to the old Boston Celtics Gordon Hayward, which nobody likes that one.
Nah, he went back to old Jazz Hayward, putting up a clean 20 a game, 21.
Yeah.
But this is the thing about why I'm taking Brown over Hayward is the defense. Even though Tatum has more versatility and guards 2 through 4, Brown is the best perimeter player every single night. He straps up against the other team's best player. And I got to respect that. And he makes them work, if nothing else. He scored 24 a game, 41 from 3. Go on ahead, my man.
I would like for them to switch that up, though. I want Tatum on the best defender. He's the better defender. But I get it. You guys can't score, so they want to, keep him fresh. But it's like, I think Tatum's a better defender than Brown. Brown gives way more effort.
Matchup dependent. Brown.
It is.
Brown is better with smaller, quicker players. Tatum is better with bigger players.
But the length of Tatum, he has the ability to be better than Brown. Brown gives more. It might be a bias. Brown is dark skinned, so it may seem like he plays a lot better defense than Tatum or gives more effort. But Tatum is a really good defender, man.
This is the difference. You notice what you're talking about right now is Jason Tatum's individual defense. Jaylen Brown, in addition to being a great individual defender or above average, good individual defender, is also a very good team defender. He doesn't get lost in pick and roll coverages. He doesn't miss rotations. He doesn't get caught in spots where he has to guard a 3-point shooter and a guy in the dunker spot.
Yeah.
That's why I'm going to get him.
Yeah.
The thing he needs to work on that almost kept him off this ballot for me, 3.4 assists a night, 2.9 turnovers. That is way too close to being.
Yeah, it's close. They're giving him more responsibility, though, to score. They're not telling him to pass, When I
watch Boston, they just take turns.
Yeah. See, when they signed Kemba, when they got Kemba, I liked it, but I didn't like it. To me, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum have not played with a good point guard that can facilitate and pass greatly. They really are missing that on their team. They do not have someone on their team that can really pass that well. That's why they're dropping, bro. That is exactly why they're dropping. Their facilitation is horrible. They don't have a throw point guard on their team. They do not have one. And that's why they're losing. They're just, bro, where are you at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're 6th in the East. You're one spot above the New York Knicks.
I just can't believe that you would sit here and disrespect Brad Wanamaker like that.
Get the fuck out of here. Where is he? Is he still in Boston?
No, he's on Golden
State. Okay. That's okay.
Already. If it was Golden State, I mean, they could have picked up a dude out of fucking, NBA India or something. Fucking, he was awful. He is really bad. I couldn't believe he signed with the Warriors.
And let me tell you something before we move on, because the Celtics aren't worth talking about that much. Because Bill Simmons talks about him enough for every podcast in the world.
And Ryan Russillo.
Yeah, but they're Boston guys. We're not. Boston. I can't even do the accent. Fuck off. Danny Ainge, I'm looking at you. You motherfuckers ain't won since 2008. And I would say about 90% of your draft picks are complete garbage.
Yeah.
Absolute trash. And I'm looking at you.
And remember when everyone was sucking his dick about Mr. Danny the Trader, Danny Asset Allocator? The Celtics are going to trade or control. They're going to have first dibs on every superstar for the next decade.
Yep.
What did they get out of it? James Young, Peyton Pritchard, Romeo Langford, fucking the light-skinned dude from Jackson State.
Yeah, Hunter.
Yeah.
Bro, you drafted.
Guys that know
come on, Leonard.
Playing the league.
We can go far back. You got Jared Sullinger you drafted. You drafted, I don't even know if you're responsible for it, but I'm gonna say you're responsible for drafting Sheldon Williams. I'm giving you that responsibility. You did that. I don't know if you did, but you did.
The Hawks drafted Sheldon Williams.
Nah, he ended up playing with them. That's on him. That's his fault. I'm giving it to him. Everybody you get is bad. You got two guys that are good. Jason Tatum is really good, and you got lucky that you got Jason Tatum. Because you stupid fucks weren't going to get him.
They were going to fuck around and take Fultz.
Yeah, Jason Tatum fell in your lap. You weren't going to, bro. I know he wasn't going to pick him. He don't even like Duke guys like that.
This is who Danny Ainge loves. A bunch of Danny Ainges. Fucking scrappy, tough white dudes who like play defense and move the ball.
I don't even honestly.
Peyton Pritchard is basically 2021 Danny Ainge.
Straight up. And honestly, bro, Marcus Smart, yeah, he's a great,
I love
great scrappy dude, but absolute idiot. Just why are you shooting 20 shots a game? Whatever. I'm done. I'm done with Boston. They're garbage.
Right, we're done with Boston. Let's talk about the man who you want to omit from this list. You won't never put no respect on his name. He's spelled Chris with a KH. Chris Middleton.
Oh yeah, I'm disrespecting Chris Middleton. I'm definitely disrespecting. Oh, he was almost off my shit, son.
Would you call him Chris Mediocriton?
That was horrible. Nah, he's bad. You should. I don't even know what to say. That was so fucking stupid.
I just derailed the whole pod.
Look, let me tell you something right now. I wrote down a list, right? Chris Middleton's name is on the side of the list. Like, I wrote down a list of 7 players, and then I was like, oh, isn't there another guy that plays with Milwaukee? Oh, yeah, that's right, Chris Middleton, that guy. Yeah.
You fit in the last 5 letters of his word, like curving it in, on down.
Bro, can we be realistic, though? Like, the Bucks are in 3rd. I could easily, I don't know his numbers. I'm sure it's around 22 a game or something like that. Or whatever. How much?
26 and 6.
Jesus Christ. I still hate him? I think I'm a hater. Holy shit. That's a lot of points.
No. 20 points, 6 rebounds, 6.
Oh, okay. Thank God. Whew. Oh, thank God. He's garbage. Oh, we're back. Hey, look, I was about to say, look, he's getting 26 a game. That's why you're losing. He's scoring too many points. That's why you're in 3rd place. Give the ball back to Giannis, Chris. The hell are you doing? 6 assists. That's a lot for him, though. That's a lot of assists for him. But the funny thing is, he's not a great passer. Is it 6 rebounds or 6 assists?
Oh.
Before I start talking. Ooh, 26 and 6. That's tough. Yeah. All right. He's not a great passer. A lot of his assists are literally because it's a swing from a Giannis double. If you watch games, you'll notice that. I just don't like the way he plays. He's not giving me anything special, bro. I
agree with you so much, man.
Like, he's not giving me anything special.
This
and
is
look.
Player.
No, look. This is all. He's only a winning player because he plays with Giannis. Look,
he's not.
This is all I'm going to say. It's just aesthetics. I just don't like the way he plays. It feels like he doesn't do anything. It feels like Giannis is working hard and Chris Middleton isn't doing shit. He's just like shooting spot up threes. That's all it seems like he's doing. And we know he's better than that. We saw when Giannis went down versus Miami last year, he won them the game. He can dribble and play me.
He stays winning them games in the postseason, bro. He always
that's a yeah, in the postseason, but like in the regular season, it's like when you watch them play, it's the way that they play, it kind of makes Chris Middleton not the best that Chris Middleton can be. Listen, you know what I'm saying?
You're just being a fucking hater, and I'm gonna cut
you. He can be better. He can be better than 20, bro. He can be better than 20.
Mr. All he does around and catch swings from Giannis. When Giannis is off the court, when he's not playing, Chris Middleton.
What's his numbers? Give me his numbers.
He averages 30 points, 7 assists, and 7 rebounds without the MVP. his usage rate and true shooting percentage is up there with fucking James Harden and Trae Young and
What's his plus minus?
level most efficient players in the league.
What's his plus minus? With Giannis off the court, if we would look that up, I want that stat. I want the plus minus with Giannis off the court. That would be a great stat to look up. I don't want to put you on the spot.
I don't have it here in front of me, bro.
Yeah, I don't want to put you on the spot, Mr. Statistician. But I'm just saying, that's some shit I'd like to see.
You know
Would
what
you
I'd
like to see that?
You know what I'd like to see, sir? Next time you come up here and be like, I wonder what his on and off numbers are. Look at the fuck up before you come on the pod and make me look like an asshole, Mr. Status. That's what
I ain't no you the numbers guy. I ain't no numbers guy. Next time we talk, I ain't even gonna talk about numbers. I'm just like he's shit and I don't like him
All right.
as a person.
I'll be Max Kellerman. You be Skip Bayless.
Oh, I love Skip. He's an idiot.
Listen, man. Let me finish making my Chris Middleton case. All right.
No, go ahead.
When Giannis isn't there, he's playing like a legit superstar.
That's great.
Unlike Jason Tatum, his assist to turnover ratio is 3-1.
It is.
So for all your shit about him not being a good passer, at least he doesn't throw the ball out of bounds and, turn the ball over trying to make squeeze passes into too tight of windows and shit like that. He's one of the best defenders in the Eastern Conference. And this year, he's been one of the 3 best players in the entire league in shooting pull-up threes off the dribble. And that's given them a lot more gravity. No.
I got one question.
That's given them a lot more gravity and creating space for Giannis if he's shooting off the dribble threes and they have to respect him. Go ahead, Terry.
I have a question. Can you win a championship with Chris Middleton as your second fiddle?
No. That's why he's supposed to be your third fiddle.
Exactly. Get him the fuck out of here.
That doesn't mean he's not. Well, also, I don't know. It may be premature. I think no. I think he's probably best to be a third fiddle on a championship team. That does not mean that he is not a worthy all-star in this scenario. And I will happily select him over some of the other people in the Eastern Conference that just put up numbers. Zach Lavine, Colin Sexton, Kyrie Irving, even. I would have picked Chris Middleton over you for the All-Star team.
Chris Middle is a third fiddle. Get him the fuck out of here, man.
Chris Bosh.
The Buck. What? Do you think Chris Middleton could take a team to the playoffs like Chris Bosh did? Huh? Hell no. This is a hypothetical, and I don't like to base my opinions and arguments off of hypotheticals. But are we just saying, come on? I mean, do you like his game or not?
We're rewarding winning. I do like his game. He does it. What is Chris Middleton bad at? Let me ask you that.
Absolutely nothing. I can't argue against that.
So
I can't.
you see a dude who's not flashy. I see a basketball player. I want that guy on my team any day.
I don't know. Maybe.
He doesn't do any one thing at an elite level, but when you do everything well, for me, you're an all-star.
Let me tell you this. I would rather lose as a Knicks fan forever than have Chris Middleton on my team. No, that's crazy. That's crazy. I wouldn't say.
He's the best player on your team.
No, he won't. Julius Randle, number 1, MVP.
You kiss your own dick if fucking RJ Barrett turned out to be as good as Chris Middleton.
Nah, I don't. RJ Barrett is trash. Yo, I got something to say about Coach K, too. I don't think he's that good of a coach because you gave the ball to RJ Barrett instead of fucking Zion Williamson.
Wait a minute. We said that when it was happening. That's not good.
What.
And,
no,
and Williams isn't good at coaching either. He's the only person that turns the ball over out of timeout plays 70% of the time.
I don't know. It's just weird, man. I don't know. I just wanted to get it off my chest.
All right. So we're down to the last one. The most obvious man in the reserves. James Harden. He's leading the league in assists. He's averaging 12 freaking assists a night, man. 8.5 rebounds. He came to the team, and within 3 days, Kyrie Irving was like, go ahead and take over, man. You're clearly much better than I am.
He is.
I
You know
didn't
what?
reward him for his theatrical bullshit, for how he forced his way out of Houston after he made them trade for all of his favorite players.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
there's no denying that the Beard is a top 5 player in the NBA, and to leave him off of the reserves of the East would be criminal.
Oh, that'd be egregious. Now, let me tell you something right now, man. Everybody is definitely going to hate the way he pushed himself out. But the performances, night in and night out for the Brooklyn Nets, you can't say anything else. He's literally an MVP candidate with the Brooklyn Nets, bro. And damn near.
And
Go ahead.
of all their starters, the best defender.
Yeah. So far.
Imagine that sentence 4 years ago. James
I know,
Harden
right?
is the best defender on his team.
Yeah. I mean, are we forgetting? James Harden did play on a 67-win team when he was the leading guy. He is a great player.
Oh, yeah, he was great. When he played for Chris Paul?
Stop it. Don't disrespect James Harden like that. Look, man, I honestly wouldn't even be surprised if he snuck around and won the MVP. I'm not even gonna lie. For some reason, KD can't stay out of COVID's way. He's always messing around with COVID. If James Harden keeps Brooklyn they're in second place, and KD has missed 4-5 games since Harden's gotten there.
Yep.
He's carrying the team. Like, Kyrie is playing really well. But we know, night in and night out, he's doing almost the same Houston type shit. Well, he's making DeAndre Jordan look playable.
He's facilitating a lot more. His usage rate is way down. It's down like fucking 8 percentage points, which is a lot when one of the highest rates in the league is 30%. You go from 30 to 22, that's a big drop down.
No, I like it though. It's better for them. It's better for Brooklyn.
It is better for them. And he's assuming a leadership position, which he's never done at any time in his career. We'll see how this plays out. It's a very dysfunctional, deformed leadership culture there in Brooklyn, where Kyrie Irving says we don't really have a head coach. We have 10 coaches, and nobody knows who the best player on the team is. Nobody wants to play defense. Nobody knows who's coaching them. No one knows who's taking the last shot. No one knows who's the point guard. But all they know is they're going to put up a lot of shots, and most of them are going to go in.
Hey, look, let me tell you something right now. Out of all of the scenarios in which we thought, James Harden would be on the Brooklyn Nets with Kevin Durant and Kyrie, like two of the most emotional players in the league, I honestly think he got on the team and he shut that shit the fuck down. He was like, look, guys, my fat ass is here. It's time to win. He was like, nobody gets picked on more than me. If you get picked on more than me, you must be fucking Randy Foy or somebody. Like, it's time to ball, man. He's like, bro, we got to win. We got to stay focused. Since he's been there, you haven't heard of any off-court shit, bro. Literally just one game Kyrie didn't play, and people were like,
I don't know if strip clubs are open in New York right now.
That might be good for him.
Yeah. I think they got
might be good for him.
Restrictions than they do in Texas, Terry.
Nah, they definitely do. Hey, look, and he's glad he's out of Houston. It's fucking 6 inches of snow. These motherfuckers got no power and shit. Hey, New York had a lot of snow, but it's a different city. They're able to handle it.
Yeah, they got salt trucks. Well, I tell you what, no one's saltier than Zach Lavine today, Terry. After missing out on the habitual line steppers all-star selections, I'm sure that he's filling up the corners of his pillowcase with human-produced saline via his eyeball.
I mean, if we're actually being honest with ourselves, maybe me, maybe not you, he probably is going to make it. Somehow, some way, I think he'll get in, but he just got it. Like the Bulls, I mean,
we'll see how much the coach's vote counts for again. Because if it's 75%, I'd be willing to bet money he doesn't get in again.
Probably not. But the Bulls are in 8th. But god damn, the East looks really bad again. Like really, really bad. This ain't no the Eastern Conference, we get it, but a lot of these teams, the Raptors are almost 500 and they're in the 5th spot. the East, this is looking like shit. Like when the Pistons used to play against like AI, like way back, like they're looking really bad.
Simpler about it, Terry. It brings me back to the Colin Sexton, Kevin Love shit from last year. His teammates don't look like they're having fun playing basketball with him. They don't look like they turn to him in moments and know that he's the guy they can depend on, that he'll make the right play. They know he'll make the right play for Zach Lavine, not necessarily for the Chicago Bulls. And when it comes down to splitting hair time, motherfucker, you just got split.
Straight up. And he's stunting the growth of the young dudes on the team, man. He really
Get
is.
him out of here. Trade him to the Hawks. Trae Young and Zach Lavine on the same time, and we could be just like the Wizards, but shittier.
No, that's true. But this year, honestly, this is the year. All these shitty teams, these are guys you need to look about trading. If the Knicks don't make the playoffs, trade Julius Randle. If the Bulls don't make the playoffs this year, trade Zach Lavine. If the Hornets don't make the playoffs this year, trade every single person on the team. If the Heat don't make, the Heat are gonna make it. We're just playing around with ourselves. If the Magic don't make it, you gotta trade Vucevic. The East is at an all-time worst. These guys that are always getting good stats for bad teams. If your team doesn't make the playoffs this year, you're not good. Go fuck yourself. Find another profession.
Speaking of people who could go fuck themselves, right before we wrap up, Terry, what is the lowest offer that you take for Kevin Knox?
For Kevin Knox?
Yeah.
The lowest offer for Kevin Knox?
What is the least amount of shit that you'd be willing to take for Kevin Knox? A second round future pick swap in 2028?
Cash considerations. Hey, Kev, I'm sorry. I'm a Knicks fan for real.
Hey.
You're not playing great, though.
Listen, man, he plays 2K all the time. He loves your stuff. I lived in Knox Towers for years.
Yeah.
But you're love my guy.
We speak the truth, man. You just ain't getting it done, bro. It's been what? This is third year, right?
You gave him the Jordan Bell treatment.
Get him out of here.
Oh, man. Well, I never would have saw that coming, Terry. I never would have saw that coming. They probably couldn't have seen that we would have all the same picks coming. I
don't think you thought
4 All-Stars across 2 different conferences. We picked 23 out of the 24 the same.
Bro, when people know basketball, that everybody who watches basketball are gonna have pretty much between 26, it's gonna be like 26 dudes. It's not gonna be like a bunch of miscellaneous names that are gonna be in here.
Tell that to John Hollinger's fucking NBA All-Star picks.
I didn't look at that shit.
He had fucking like Jimmy Butler and Vucevic and all these guys in there.
Jimmy Butler?
Yeah.
Bro, he's barely played.
That was the title of the article. Jimmy Butler is an all-star.
Come on, man. Stop. Am I supposed to put Jimmy Butler on there just because you made the finals last year?
No.
Congratulations, Jimmy. You outplayed LeBron James in one game. Good shit. You know who else did that? A lot of players for one fucking game. But guess what? LeBron James has 4 championships. He doesn't care about one game. Guess what? In the next game, LeBron scored 30 and you were somewhere sleeping.
You know who outplayed LeBron for 5 games, Terry? Deshaun Stevenson. And with that, I want to thank you guys so much for joining us on the Habitual Line Steppers podcast. Thank you for checking us out at www.thehLSpod.com. You can find us at Twitter at TheHLSPod. I got us a new handle, Terry.
I saw it.
Instagram at HLSPod.
Yes, sir. Anything else? Facebook?
Thank you for stepping across the line with us. Habitual Line Steppers. Wow! Peace.
Whoa, that was...
Thank you for listening to our podcast this evening. Thank you. You're far too kind.